and I'm wearing all HBF collection today. I've worn this shirt so much and it's still holding up really, really well. That's the point. I wanted good quality products. If you guys haven't gotten your HBF yet, what are you doing? You're crazy. You need to get your HBF. So this is the HBF crop top. I believe this is a medium. I do have, you know, full length tank tops, loose, more form fitting. I have leggings. I also have, I guess I should just tell you guys now so you can get excited about it. I have headbands coming. Headbands so when you work out, you know, keep the hair out of your face, keep the sweat out of your face. I do have hats, snapbacks, and I'm going to be coming out with some more clothes as well. So I have new items coming soon. But enough talking about the clothes. Kind of wanted to talk about me as an athlete. You know, there's so many of us out there that have a large following. A lot of people like look up to individuals like us and, you know, expect a lot from us. And I don't think a lot of people realize, you know, the pressure that gets put on us, the demand that gets put on us, you know, left and right. And that, I mean, the expectations. It can go for anything, really. Anything you get super involved in, and you can get really, really consumed by it, and you start to lose that connection with yourself. I've been doing social media, Instagram, for the last 3 years now, or 4 years, and it's only gotten progressed in those years. You know, my name's only grown. I keep accomplishing things and new projects, and you know, more and more of you guys, you know, discover HunnyBuns Fit. If you asked me, you know, 4 years ago if I would be here today or what to expect, you know, I wouldn't know what to say. I mean, I never thought I'd be at this point. You know, inspiring so many people, being a coach and a motivator, you know, and I feel like sometimes I'm a therapist in a way. One thing I know about myself is I'm an acts of service type of person, and I'm always wanting to help people, and I'm always wanting to fix things all the time, like all the time. And I do. And then there's one person that I always forget though, and that's me. I do it a lot. Over the past 4 years, it's been quite the ride. It's been quite the growing experience, learning experience, everything from, you know, owning a business to creating my own businesses, you know, creating my own brand. Besides being at a gym, all of you guys, all this YouTube, the Instagrams, the clothing line, the supplements, I mean, all of that. It's a huge responsibility. It's a lot of work. Never done at the end of the day. There's always something. And I have to be doing something all the time. And like I said, I have to always be fixing and being there for people. So I tend to never like leave time for myself. I always focus on everybody else. And I've really battled for the last couple years, kind of like going back and forth, like losing that connection with myself and coming back, losing the connection, coming back. And every time, not kidding, every time that I lose that connection with, I am the most miserable, the most unhappy. I feel lost. I'll feel alone. And it's like crazy to sound, right? and because I have so much pressure that gets put on me from all angles, I always have to be smiling. In general, I am always happy, I am always smiling, but when I do have tough times, and I do, I'm just human like everybody else, I still have to put that smile on my face. I can't be walking around like I don't think a lot of people realize that, especially in my line of work and like what I do. You know, you have to uphold, you have to be strong all the time. You have to be on point all the time. You don't keep balance, it gets to you. I truly love what I do. I would never take back any of it. I don't regret any of it. It hasn't been an easy road. I mean, it looks like from the outside, from social media and YouTube, that, man, I want what she has. Perfect. I hear you guys say I'm perfect all the time, and I am far from it. I have my flaws. I make mistakes. There's things I'm not proud of, decisions I make. I mean, I try to do the best I can. We all do. It's been tough, and you know, especially when you start getting more involved with companies, and you're doing magazines, and you're doing photo shoots, and you're doing expos, you're doing, I mean, everything, and all down to the little things. You know, everybody wants a piece of you. Everybody. and you can only give so much. And I've caught myself so many times where I start getting miserable, and I've talked about it on my Instagram, I've talked it in various videos, that I start getting unhappy and I get miserable and I can't stand it. I will not continue something if I am unhappy. I literally am like, boom, change it. It's always easy to change something. I can tell you that from my own experience. Whenever I do change something, you have to learn to grow and adapt with it, and it's not easy. Change is not easy at all. I've had a lot of that over the past few years. I've always been passionate about getting through it, and I always, see the light at the end of the tunnel. I really try to focus on that, and it always gets me through. I've been doing, super awesome about posting 4 videos a week and bringing you guys great stuff, and I truly love it, but I can only do so much by myself. And I get to the point where I get at loss of what to do, what kind of videos to record. I stress out. I'll sit there and be like, oh my god, Monday's coming up, I don't have anything recorded, I don't even know what to do. Like, there's moments like, I'm not always inspired every single day by something. I don't always have like ideas every single day. There's some days I have a blank stare on my face. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then I freak out. Oh yes, I do. I have a lot of pressure on me to keep providing stuff to everybody, and I had to take a step back. It's okay to take a break. You don't have to make yourself miserable and push yourself to the point and then end up having sloppy work or something, or just doing some random video that there's not a lot of good thought into it and not a lot of good info. And I felt that way a few times with videos where I just kind of did it, and then I was kind of watching it, I didn't feel good about it. I was kind of like, this was just thrown together because I had that pressure on me. I truly love what I do, but at the same time, like, I need to take a step back sometimes and take a break and not be like trying to be on it all the time. It's good to take breaks. It's good to take a step back to refresh your mind, and so then you can get inspired again. And I kind of was feeling that way recently, as I lost that inspiration, and it was kind of scary to me because I'm always on point with everything. Like, I'm usually pretty good. I'm a perfectionist. I'll maybe lessen a few things and kind of recollect and rebalance myself again and relax a little bit. Because I'm one of those people that I never relax. I go. Owning the gym, me and Zach run the gym. I have a lot of responsibility as a business owner. It's not just I'm just going to work and I schedule all my employees and boom, I do whatever I want. I don't think a lot of people realize what goes into owning a business. You have to be there for your employees. You have to make sure they're doing their job, and you have to keep them busy, you have to keep them motivated, and you have to like help them progress. When you have tons of members, you always have somebody has a question, somebody canceling, somebody's card declined, somebody's wanting to sign up, somebody wants info, somebody needs help, somebody needs that, somebody has, it goes on. Not only the upkeep of the gym, the bills, the insurance, the fire, and just making sure you have an amazing environment for people to come in, making sure it's clean, making sure that all the equipment's up to par. That's just a small list, guys. And then besides that, putting all that time and energy into that, then I have a relationship. I gotta make sure I have balance with that. I gotta make sure I am there for my man. Just as much as I'm in the business, you have to make sure you're there for your significant other too. Go there. And then I have all my other stuff. Sometimes I feel like I bit off more than I can chew. But at the same time, I love being busy and I love being productive. If I wasn't, I would probably go crazy. Then having YouTube, I do all my own videos. I do all my own editing, all my own information. I have my own clients that I coach, nutrition and training. I put a lot of time into my clients. It's not just, oh, here's your program, I'll talk to you in like 6 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. We talk every single week, sometimes some every day. Not only clients online, but here at the gym too. I'm very proud of myself, and I feel very accomplished. I feel very productive. It's been an awesome journey, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. But I'm just being real with you guys, and I'm just sharing with you that it's you only see so much on social media, and you kind of can just take from that. And you don't see a lot of the hardship, you don't see a lot of the stress, you don't see all the downside of things. You always just see the happy, the positive, so you feel like, oh, that's just like, oh, it's just so great. And it's not always easy, especially this last year. I've had a lot of challenges, a lot, mostly mental. And the challenges really inspire my posts for you guys when I talk about, always loving yourself, always staying connected with yourself, because I go through those points where I do lose connection with myself, and I'm just like focusing too much on the world around me and not myself. And then I become unhappy and miserable, and I'll temporarily lose sight of what I'm doing. And it happens to anybody. It can happen to anyone. It's a matter of when that does happen is not sitting and moping around or just like getting deeper and deeper in some depression or negative thought. It's catching it, recognizing it, and doing something about it. And that's what I do every time. Sometimes I'll pull through and I'm back on it again. And then other times it takes a little bit longer, but I keep pushing forward. Anytime a negative thought comes in my head and I start to worry about something, I start to stress, like I literally would be like, you got this, you got this, you got this. I'll do breathing treatments, like I focus on like really connecting with my inner spirit. Coming back, centering myself so that I can get focused again. And then anytime there's a negative thought, I immediately just go, nope, nope, nope. And I'll literally say no, no, no. And I'll think about something positive, something that's, around me that I'm blessed with. It can be my family, it can be Zach, it can be, having my gym, it can be having the friends, and also being grateful for all of that and thankful. Being like happy that I helped so many people, and I've helped so many people, like truly helps people, and just looking at those positive things, and it kind of gets me back on track again. It makes me feel better, so it's those kinds of things that you just have to keep working on and being consistent with. It gets easier each time. Hardship, challenges, it's never going to completely diminish. There's always going to be something, but it gets easier because you get better. You're able to handle things better, and the way you view things and the way you process things, it changes, especially as you get older. I noticed just since my 30s, the last couple of years, whew, a lot of changes in good ways. The way I look at things is so much different than I did when I was in my 20s. We get so busy, some of us got popular on Instagram, I still think of myself as Jen. I don't think of myself as, oh my gosh, famous HunnyBuns. One thing I pride myself on is always staying true to my roots. So basically the person I was before anyone even knew who my name was, hanging on to that person. I've obviously grown and I've changed and I've gotten, more smart in areas, and I've gotten stronger physically, mentally. I've grown wiser in a lot of areas, but I've always remained Jen. My personality, I've always stayed connected with my family and my friends, not letting go of that. You can get so caught up in the hype, and you start worrying about what everybody else thinks. If you don't start doing this, if you don't start acting this way, if you don't start thinking this way, if you don't start talking this way, that you will morph and change who you are as a person just to fit in, just to be accepted by society. Because if you're not this way, this company is not going to accept you. If you're not this way, this person is not going to be your friend. And people do that. And I've seen it happen to a lot of people, and it's sad. There's only a handful of people that actually truly stay humble and continue to stay who they are no matter what happens. I've always been protective of that and protecting who I am as a person, my personality, staying humble and staying true and honest and keeping it real. Through growing in the fitness industry and becoming HunnyBuns Fit, that I've met a lot of people, I've befriended a lot of people that I've met have come and go. They've come and go, and it's not a bad thing. I don't look at it as a bad thing, but sometimes you just don't click with people. Some people, you're here and we just go this way. It happens, but it's all about yourself as an individual, staying true to yourself, the goodness of your heart, being compassionate, your personality, your talents, everything that makes you. You always want to hang on to that. Obviously, you're gonna build more talents, you're gonna grow in certain areas, you're gonna obtain this, obtain that, but it's always just maintaining, the realness of you, what makes you you. Not gonna lie, I've been challenged in a lot of ways, I've been tempted in a lot of ways, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, there's been times where I felt like, you know, I was like, I need to start showing more skin. I need to start doing more butt photos. I need to start showing more cleavage. I was challenged with that for a long time because I felt like if I didn't, I wouldn't gain popularity and I wouldn't be recognized. I would not be noticed. And some of you followed me a long time. You probably noticed that there was a period where I did do a lot more less clothed photos, and it was pretty consistent. I was struggling with that at that time. And then I realized I was not happy. I did not like what I was doing, so I stopped. And probably majority of you notice now, I'm pretty conservative in a lot of ways. I'm not always like but, you know, boob, 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 and some crazy bent over shot. I mean, I'm not being overly sexual with my photos. My personality, my goofiness, my weirdness. I hid that for a long time because I was afraid people wouldn't like me. I was afraid people would judge me on that because I was weird. And because so many of the models out there and these famous fitness models or athletes, they were very, you know, they had this certain persona about them, and I felt like I had to be that way. So I dampered down my personality. I wouldn't show my goofy side. And I had a friend said to me, she's like, you're funny. You should let that out. Show that to everybody. You know, I just went, you know what do I have to lose? I'm just gonna do it. And I actually got opposite of what I thought. And people loved my personality. I mean, you guys love my personality. Majority of you do. I mean, there's some people that won't click with my personality, but that's fine. That's normal. You know, I mean, you click with some people, you don't. It's just those little things as I just started really just putting out there like who I was and not following the crowd, not following the pressures, and not changing my morals just for popularity. I love people, and when I meet people, I put a lot of heart into relationships and friendships. I'm not a fake person. I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna be friends with you, but I really don't like you. I learned to not take everything to heart because I was like, just wanted to love everybody, and I realized, you know, I'm not gonna clip with everybody. Not everybody's gonna like me, and even though I wanted to love everybody because I was sheltered and homeschooled, didn't have a lot of friends until I turned like 16. Going through life, I learned that I was always happier, always remaining me, always staying myself. And as soon as I would try to start changing that just to be accepted by people, I lost it. Like I was a miserable person. I wasn't happy, and I don't like being unhappy at all. So I will do anything to be happy. I mean, generally be happy with yourself, not just, you know, temporarily fixing it with something. Just one of those things is, you know, I just wanted to share this with you guys that, you know, it's not always roses. It's beautiful smelling roses, and, you know, I have my share of ups and downs, and it's this behind the scenes, there's a lot that goes on, not a lot that people see, and I have my own struggles, and I fight my own battles, and you know, I cry, I get angry, I get sad, and then I'm happy. You know, it's just like any one of you. Just wanted to let you know, show you guys that it's always possible to, you know, get through things. Always be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself just because of the world thinks you should be someone or something. And if someone is not going to be your friend, if a company's not going to work with you because you won't change who you are to fit that persona, you don't need it. You don't need it. And that's what I've always done. I've turned down a lot of companies. There's a lot of people that I've befriended in the fitness community that we were friends and now we're not friends anymore, and that's okay. You know, I don't hold any grudges. I'm not gonna like think they are terrible people. It's just, we're just meant for different paths, and that's okay. Maybe it's just not the right time to be friends right now. You know, a lot of us are still figuring out where we want to be, who we want to be, and that's okay. That's a part of life, you know. But I find my happiness, what truly matters to me and what I love, means more to me than anything else in this world. It means more to me than popularity. I'm gonna take breaks from doing Snapchats or posts or stuff like that. Like, that's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be okay with that. You know, I need to. Same thing with YouTube videos. I'm not gonna stress myself out with trying to bust out 4 or 5 videos a week. Maybe this week I'll only have like a couple videos, but I do know if I do take a break, it's gonna refresh my mind. I'm gonna get inspired again, and then I'm gonna be like throwing tons of stuff at you guys again. I just wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's important of being real and honest. That'll take you further in life than dishonest and fake. Thank you guys for being awesome, for being such a great support, for all your love. Thank you for your understanding most of all. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys on the next video. Love you guys.